Hey y'all, this is Justine Honest, and I'm gonna do another Ramona call. It's called, let's see, mm, Lorne Call Part 1, The Calm Before the Storm. Lorne Wants All of Ramona's Time, Part 1. That's what it's called in the dump.
Hey, Lorne.
Hi, honey.
What's going on?
I'm sorry for being a dink. Okay?
Were you drunk?
Well, we got something rare here. We got a Lorne apology at the beginning of this call, so that's promising. But Ramona's question, were you drunk? Is today a day that ends in Y?
No. I haven't had anything against all day. I just irritated because I haven't been able to spend time with you, and it just irritates me. I miss
Good.
us. And,
Lorne, we talked for 40 minutes yesterday, and then,
we only talked for 20.
Lorne,
We only talked for 20 minutes.
Lorne, you were lying. We talked
I
for...
can,
Lorne, listen. Before you finish that statement, Lorne, listen. Before you finish that statement, keep in mind that I do have phone records, okay? So it doesn't matter what it felt like to you. It just matters how long we talked, and it was 40 minutes yesterday, Lorne.
what matters to me is that I get thinking.
And here we go again with Lorne thinking that how he feels is automatically reality. Like he really tried to argue a point about it only being 20 minutes because that they spoke because that's what it felt like to him. Not that that's factually true.
Time with you. And
You did yesterday, Lorne. You
it
did.
didn't feel like much time.
Lorne.
I miss you so friggin' much. It
Lorne,
bothers me.
Lorne.
And
I know, but you have to...
I hate not being able to spend time with you.
Lorne, you do spend time with me, Lorne. You spent time with me yesterday. Monday, Sunday, Monday.
I know, but it's not like the time that we used to spend together, and that's where it's like I'm used to you knowing everything about me, and I knew everything about what you were doing. Like closeness, I fucking miss it so much. Because not only am I in love with you, you was always there.
So we also get an insight into what Lorne deems as closeness. Well, one of the definitions of closeness, I guess in this call would be staying on the phone with him for hours on end, several days at a time.
It doesn't mean not having that.
But we still talk on the phone, and we still talk, and we still message, and everything is fine. Did you get disconnected?
Yeah, accidentally. I had to hit the volume. I hit the volume button, and I accidentally hit the button underneath on my headset.
Oh,
The volume button is right above the one underneath, and I accidentally used my thumb instead of my index finger.
Oh, okay. But yeah, I mean, you just like, I don't know. I mean, I just feel like you like demand too much of me. Like you expect all my time.
No, I used to have all your time, and it's hard for me to get away from that. It's because I'm
So we have an admission here from Lorne that he does expect all of her time by him saying that he used to have all of her time. That's exactly what he expects, and he doesn't think that it's too much at all because Lorne.
Just you being there.
But Lauren, you're being. Why are you being so selfish, Lauren?
I mean, it's more than selfish. It's instead of in love with you and all the crap I've been through makes me do fucked up shit.
So, in other words, you're selfish, right? That was a roundabout way of just, saying that you're selfish.
I'm trying to get out of it. And I was talking to him. I was telling him, I know I can trust her, and then I don't have any doubt that I can trust her. And I hate it when I do stupid shit to her.
Wait, when who does what?
And I said I know that I do stupid shit, but I trust you. It's hard for me to get out of, but to get into. I don't know. Just in love with you, it feels so freaking odd sometimes when I don't get much time with you. Sometimes it's like you don't. It makes me feel like you don't want to spend time with me.
Lauren, I don't have all day to sit on the phone.
Lauren really thinks that since he has nothing but time to spend all day on the phone, and that's pretty much, what his life revolves around, the freaking phone, that everybody else is the same way and should have to bend to how he feels.
No, but you do it with your friends. Like you give hours to your friends, and then I don't get anything.
Lauren, I have spent hours on the phone with you before. Many, 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 many times. And so because I give my friends attention, like, you keep bringing that up?
I know. It just, I don't understand. I don't understand how it's...
And the thing is that you're sleeping with him.
He bought you thousands of dollars worth of jewelry, house full of flowers.
Now we're on to the doctor because the doctor is to blame for all of the ills in this world. Typical Lorne. But I do also think that it's very trash that Lorne disguises his being controlling as like it being an act of love. Like he basically said that he doesn't want her to spend time with her friends in order to spend it with him because he loves her, and that's not how love really works. You would let your significant other spend time with people other than you.
Okay, and...
It weighs on a guy. All the shit and the conversation that I had with him, and all that shit adds up, and
because I could say that, having you talk to Michelle and Ember the way that you did weighs on a girl.
I know. I don't want to feel the way I do sometimes. The thing is, I don't have any doubt about trusting you. And that's what fucked me up lately. Is because I felt like you haven't wanted to spend time with me.
I do think that you have doubts about trusting me. I do. I mean,
I can't say completely that I don't, because I don't have these feelings, and it's all about things that happened to me in the past. That brings these feelings up.
But Lauren...
Yes. Lorne trusts Ramona so much that he constantly berates her about the doctor. It's out of trust.
Well, what threw it off was you not wanting to spend time with me.
Here's the question. If you don't like when anybody else mentions your past, but you continuously use it to excuse your behavior now, And
Ooh, look at Ramona with the logic. She definitely dropped the mic just here because he does do that. Stop bringing up the past. I only tried to sexually assault more than one minor. Stop bringing it up. Yes, I know I went to jail. That's Lorne. But then also brings up mac and cheese and deviled eggs and Ralph and Lori and Amanda James and Vanessa and Lee Parker when he does something that's awful or controlling or flies off the handle. Can't have it both ways.
I mean, you talk about, okay, you trust me. Just today, something feels off.
I know what it's. I know what I said to you today.
Somebody certainly is getting your attention, though, for the last month. You want us to grow apart.
What do you want me to say? I'm saying things that I was feeling at the time. Things that bother me.
I mean, just...
And you think Lorne would get better at the stuff that he says via text message, because this isn't the first time that he's gotten receipts on things that he's said. Chris Hansen was the first person to do that to him, but with his catfish, they continuously do that to him. So I'm not understanding, like, when he flies off the handle, whether it be because he's drunk or in a fit of rage, why he doesn't select his words better if he keeps getting hit with the same thing over and over again. Like, it's documented. You can pull that up. See, if you were on the phone, you can be like, I didn't say that. But where it's a text message, yeah, it could be brought to your attention. You would think he would learn to be more selective with his words, but it's Lorne.
Just those
I'm
three.
not going to lie to you and not tell you how I feel.
But I mean, I'm not telling you what not to tell me, but I'm saying, like, there's like a selfishness because of the fact that you do feel like that.
Where's the selfishness?
Lord, it's selfish because instead of thinking about the things that I am experiencing and the things that I am dealing with and the things that are happening in my life, and a lot of it's taking my attention away from a lot of things. I'm staying busy. I have knee injuries. I have different things going on. Instead of thinking about what's going on in my life, your response is just, well, you miss talking to me on the phone.
Yeah, but my problem is that I was understanding to Amanda James. I mean, she fucking lied to me and said that she had to take care of her niece, and it wasn't even her niece. It was her daughter.
Okay.
She told me this shit like that, and none of it wound up being true. She told me that we had to freaking email because her messenger was down. We spent 6 months emailing.
Okay, but Lauren, then maybe you need to find someone who lives in Maine if you are going to be this obsessed. But I mean, honestly, I would be scared for that girl. I really would genuinely be scared for that girl, and I'm not even exaggerating even a little bit, because if she wasn't answering her phone one day, or you decided to get drunk and you were doing X, Y, and Z, and she was only 15 minutes away from...
We've had this conversation before.
Yes, Lauren, and it's still a relevant one, because if he did have a in real life girlfriend, she would be in danger. In my opinion, she would be in danger. He verbally abuses his catfish, and they're like thousands of miles away. I can't even imagine what he would do to someone that was, with him in person.
Because it really is eye-opening. Because the fact of the matter is that if she was 15 minutes away from you, you'd be driving by her house, you could go in there, banging on the door, doing all sorts of stuff.
No.
Lauren.
I would.
Lauren, you're telling...
If I knew she was being honest with me, why would I do that?
But
it's
Lauren,
not my fault. It's not my fault of what the women have done when I have been completely honest with them.
Lauren, two things. First of all, you say if you knew she was being completely honest with you. You said that I'm being honest with you, but yet you still act the way that you do. You've said that many times, but yet you still act the way that you do.
Thank you, Ramona, for being logical once again. Every argument that Lauren tries to bring up as, you know, to excuse the way that he treats people, it doesn't make sense. He contradicts himself constantly. Like she just said, Lorne always says that he doesn't have a problem with things that people do if they're honest with him, but he tells the catfish that they're the most honest people he's ever been around or ever talked to, yet he is constantly trying to pry into their lives or trying to be a speed bump on their way to hanging with someone else or talking with someone else that isn't him. That doesn't say that you really think they're all that honest now.
And I think
It
100.
scares me when it's so fine with you to not be able to talk to me.
Well, I think 100% that you would be driving drunk to people's houses and banging on doors and driving around and looking for people's cars. I think 100% that you'd be doing that.
I found myself will never drive drunk again. I've been put on the internet because of driving drunk. I'd never do that again.
And we see how well that went. You made a promise to yourself and you promised to other people not to ever drive drunk again, but we all know what happened with that. So yeah, he definitely would be just driving around, running into guardrails and homes looking for people.
Because of shit that I've gone through.
What do you mean you've been put on the internet for driving drunk?
And the shit that the fucking Nathaniel hacked off your fucking phone.
She hacked off my phone that you...
Conversations. He's hacked off your phone.
Conversation.
Some conversations about me being drunk. Having drunk.
Poor Lauren, he doesn't know how technology works. Nathaniel didn't have to hack into anyone's phone. He's been tracking you from Google Earth because we know that's a live feed.
Off my phone? Are you sure that was a numbered phone she hacked off? It was my phone?
He hacked off your phone for a long time.
I thought you had texted me that you drove drunk, and you said it was a phone conversation.
It was both. You gave me that for it, but the last time that I did it, I haven't done it since then.
I mean, I think the reason why I think that you would do it, even though that you're saying you're not, is because you're very impulsive. And so I think if you were dating someone who was 15 minutes away, who had male friends who you were jealous of, and all that means is that she had male friends because you would be jealous of them most likely, that, you got drunk, you would be freaking out because
Do you know why I get jealous of them? Because I know what they're thinking. I know what guys are thinking.
No, Lauren, that's literally just you. People can have friends that are males that don't want anything to do with them. It happens.
They're not just thinking friendship. They're not like females. Females can only think friendship.
Lauren.
Unless a guy is in love with someone, they can't think just friendship.
Lauren, that is not true of every guy. That is not true of every guy.
Well, I'd beg to differ. I haven't met a guy yet.
Guys who respect
unless
women.
they're gay.
Guys who
gay. I haven't.
Lauren doesn't even believe that gay men are exempt from wanting his catfish girlfriends. Like, he doesn't even think they're exempt. So that's BS as well, Lauren. Like, a man could have no interest in women sexually at all, and Lauren would still think that he's a threat to his relationship.
I haven't met a guy yet that has not been able to look at a woman other than just a friend, unless he's in love with another woman.
Guys who respect women can see women for more than just vaginas. They can see women for their sense of humor, for their intelligence, for their companionship and what?
And that's probably why I get so upset and you not acting and not feeling weird about us not acting like we always did. Because I never respected anybody as much as you, even though you don't see it. I do, and that scares the fuck out of me.
Oh, so he respects Ramona. Okay, so that's what that is. Calling her names and calling her several times and not wanting her to have friends or people to talk to outside of him. That's respect. Interesting.
Lorne, because the thing is that you have a funny way of showing it.
I'm trying to get out of the crap that I'm used to. I'm not used to having a woman like you. You're fucking one of a kind to me.
So, Lorne, how long have you been saying this same stuff?
Yeah, but when shit changes like it has, when we're not as close as what we used to be. You used to know every fucking thing I did. You was even there with some of the shit most of the time, even over months. You was there with me. It's like I've never had that before, and losing that, it throws me off.
Lorne is really, really upset that Ramona doesn't have time to hear about his BS day and the nothing that he did all day. Just no one wants to listen to 8 hours of inane stories or stories that you've told several times or hear you arguing with Roy. Well, no, I would actually pay attention to him arguing with Roy. But what all plans do you decide to do to improve your trailer or how you were the biggest thing on NBC? Like no one wants to listen to that for like a full work day, 8 full hours of just Lorne being boring.
Lorne.
Throws me off and it makes me worry.
Lorne. I had you on the phone, on mute, doing my job, and hearing you shuffle in the background. Like, I mean, I don't see how that, I don't see how that's quality time, Lorne. I don't. I mean...
It was quality time. But that isn't happening now. Ever since your knee injury, it happened for the first week you'd be on the phone with me, but after that, since you've had your knee injury, it hasn't happened. Do you see why that throws me off?
But
yes, not being able to talk to your girlfriend for all the hours in the day throws him off, but you know, a freaking knee injury is a walk in the park.
again, key word here is knee injury.
But I don't feel like I'm part of your life right now. And it upsets me because I know doctors over there all the time. You told me that. And that worries me. It's like...
And like, I will say this, not for nothing, Lorne is very talented about being able to, I guess in his mind, steer the conversation elsewhere because it came right back to the doctor. Like, he's very talented at being off topic. I will give him that.
Now what I think is, what did I do for her not want to spend time with me?
What did Lorne do to make someone not want to spend time with him? I'm pretty sure if he goes back in his text messages, he'll be able to see why somebody doesn't want to be bothered with him. What a question.
That time that we shared together meant everything to me. You mean everything to me. The thought of losing you fucks me up.
No, maybe you should start playing some video games.
Yeah, I don't fucking think so.
Why not?
I wasn't playing when I was a teenager. I'm not going to play now.
It'll be something to, maybe help you relax and.
How have you been doing playing video games?
No.
If you don't like playing video games, why do I want to play video games? I don't like it either.
I just imagine Lorne sitting on the floor of his trailer playing an N64. That probably would really entertain him, though. No lie, that wasn't a bad suggestion.
I'm just trying to give you ideas of things to do, Lorne. I've told you for a while you're at a point in your life where you need to focus on yourself. You're at a very critical point in your life, Lorne, and I've told you this before.
But I don't like focusing on myself without you there with me.
Lorne, but here's the thing.
Lorne doesn't want to focus on himself by himself. He wants to drag somebody else in there to focus on him so he can have attention. Lorne.
You've got to keep perspective. Focus on yourself.
I got to keep you is what I got to keep. That's what I'm afraid of, is losing you.
Lorne. Focus on yourself. Get yourself together. If you're going to get a job, get a job. If you're going to start a business, start the business. Focus on yourself and get yourself together.
I told Uncle Clyde off today. I have never told Uncle Clyde off.
Real quick, we'll talk about Uncle Clayton. But focus on yourself and get yourself together. That way, it's like your mom dies. You are not going to suffer any financial consequences because you won't need her. And she should be able to spend her little Social Security checks on whatever trinkets or her bills, obviously, and her food, but whatever little trinkets and little treats that she wants to get for herself.
Yes, Lorne, get a job. Please get a job. Like, that part really, I mean, there's a lot of things about him that makes my blood boil, but the fact that he takes money from his mom, who, lives in Section 8 housing and doesn't have a lot of income coming in, but he still takes from her, that really bothers me.
I spent $800 on them the last 3 weeks.
Good.
I owe Mom. I
Good.
love being able to buy stuff from Mom. Well, once time I set the business up again, because I need to be able to know that I can buy her stuff. When Mom's gone, you might not like it, but when Mom's gone, I'm going to be that way with you. You won't need that, but.
Like I said, focus on yourself. Focus on getting yourself together. Did you have your bankruptcy appointment tomorrow? You have it tomorrow.
No, tomorrow at 2 o'clock.
Wait, what?
I keep forgetting. Tomorrow at 2 o'clock. I keep forgetting it.
You have it tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow at 2 o'clock. Mom's got it written down on a calendar. I keep forgetting it. So it's a good thing you remind me of it again, because I would have gone over and worked on the house all day.
So even still, with getting stuff done for himself, Lorne said his mom has his bankruptcy appointment written down on a calendar, and it's like, yeah, like, just please leave that woman alone. Like, just let her, let her chill at her house by herself. You don't need your mother to remind you to keep appointments that are for your benefit when you're like 50 years old.
Tomorrow's Wednesday, right? Yeah, tomorrow's Wednesday. Hey, today's not Wednesday. The hell day? Today is Tuesday, right?
Today is Tuesday, the 11th.
All right. Tomorrow at 2 o'clock. I keep forgetting about it. I don't know if Mom forgot about it today or not, but she didn't mention it to me today.
Well, you have got to get yourself together. You've got to
I'm
get.
getting myself together.
Says the person who just said that his mom forgot to tell him about his appointment.
I'm taking yours and mom's advice on filing for bankruptcy.
Don't say it like we. Don't say it like we came up with some brilliant idea, Lorne. There was no other way for you besides filing bankruptcy.
And I still fought it with you and with mom.
But don't give us credit for that idea. Lorne, there was no other way, though.
But I'm taking yours and mom's advice, and I'm doing it. And I don't regret it. Because I know it's the only way for me to get back where I should be.
But here's the thing, though. Now, for the next 7 years, your credit is, like, fucked. I mean, seriously, you can forget it as far as getting anything. But the fact of the matter is that, you've got to get yourself together. And I don't know how you're...
What I'm thinking about is I get myself the business going like it was before. I won't even be close to Fox. I won't have my family there fucking sucking money out of me.
Here he goes again with the family excuse. Like, yeah, they probably won't be there to suck money out of you because I don't think you will have enough money to suck. Like, I don't. Yeah, I don't think even if Lorne got a job, I don't think his family were asking for handouts. But maybe I don't know.
So I won't even be close to Fox. I won't even need credit. That's what I'm thinking.
Financial advisor Lorne.
My concentration should be on my septic business.
Yes, focus, like I said, focus on yourself and, and, like, not anything else.
I'm not going to not focus on you.
Hold on a second. Did I hear somebody knock?
Oh, fuck. I just heard somebody knock.
You heard...
Yeah, I heard somebody knock. It might have been on a different door.
Who has a key?
I could hear it in some other door.
All right, so that was the end of this call. It has a second part, and I will be doing that video hopefully sometime by the end of this week or early next week. But thank you guys for listening.